Enjoy the journey. Tap subscribe and walk a storytelling path with us. Akadunu was a village known for its unity, its love for tradition, and its powerful connection to the earth. But as every year passes, life shifts. In 1985, the winds of change blew stronger than ever before. It was the year that would shape destinies, break hearts, and reveal the deepest truths. A lively marketplace with vendors selling fruits, cloth, and handmade crafts. Villagers greet each other with smiles, laughter, and greetings in their local dialect. It all began during the annual Harvest Festival. The community gathered, celebrating the fruits of their labor. But this year, there was something special about the air, an anticipation, a promise that something big was about to happen. Chief Emeka, the respected village leader: "My people, this year is different. We have seen much hardship, but we have worked hard. Our ancestors are smiling upon us. This year the gods will bless us and our future will shine brighter than ever before." The villagers cheer, eyes filled with hope. There is a sense of optimism in the air. The promise of prosperity hung like a golden thread weaving through the hearts of every villager. But among the hopeful crowd, one person harbored a different vision. A narrow, dimly lit path outside the village, shadows looming over the land. In the distance, the glow of the firelight from the festival flickers. Chinonso, the young son of the village's best farmer, had always been the ambitious one. He dreamed of more than just planting crops and tilling soil. He yearned for power, for wealth. He believed that if anyone deserved the God's blessing, it was him. Chinonso, to himself, "I will not wait for fate to give me what I deserve. I will take it. If the gods won't bless me, I'll make my own path." Chinonso sneaks into the chief's hut under the cover of darkness, looking over the sacred scrolls that are said to contain the knowledge of the village's future. In his desperation, Chinonso found something that could change everything: a forbidden scroll, a symbol of ancient power, hidden away by the elders. With the scroll in his hands, he knew that the prosperity promised to the village could be his alone. A beautiful evening at the village riverbank, where villagers gather to socialize. Soft music plays in the background, and children play by the river. Among the villagers, there was a love story that blossomed quietly, like a hidden flower in the midst of the chaos. Neka, a bright, compassionate woman, was the daughter of the village's healer. Her beauty was not only seen in her looks, but in her kindness and wisdom. She caught the eye of Chinonso, but his feelings for her were more than love. They were driven by the desire to possess something pure and untouchable. "Chinonso, I can see your ambition, but you must understand, life is not about taking what you do not deserve." Chinonso, with a sly smile: "Neka, life is about taking what you can and shaping your own future. You'll see, when I am in power, I will be the one to lead our people to greatness." Neka gazes at Chinonso, her eyes full of concern and sadness. She can sense the change in him, but she believes in his potential. Neka's love for Chinonso was genuine, but her heart warned her of the dangerous path he was treading. Yet she held on to the belief that love could change a person, that together they could make the future brighter. A thunderstorm brews over the village as villagers seek shelter in their huts. The storm mirrors the rising tension, but nothing ever goes as planned. The forbidden scroll in Chinonso's hands unleashed something far darker than he had anticipated. The winds of change turned into a storm of betrayal. The prosperity that was promised to the village instead became a curse. A drought swept through Akadunu, crops withered, and the river once full of life began to dry up. Chinonzo, the gods have turned their back on us. I have done everything to help this village, and this is the reward? Blinded by ambition, Chinonzo's rage grew. He blamed everyone but himself, believing his actions were justified. He betrayed Neka's trust, and in his quest for power, he tore apart the very fabric of the village's unity. A tense confrontation in the village square. Villagers gather, murmuring among themselves as Chinonzo and Neka stand face to face. Neka, Chinonzo, you have broken the sacred trust of this village. Your actions have caused pain to everyone. You cannot lead with greed in your heart. Chinonzo shouts angrily. You don't understand, Neka. The gods didn't bless us because they are afraid of change. I was doing what was necessary. In that moment, Neka knew that the future of Akadunu was not in the hands of a man who sought power for the wrong reasons. The village's prosperity would only come when its people embraced unity, love, and respect for the land. But Chinonzo couldn't see it. His heart had been clouded by ambition. The sun rises over Akadunu once again. The river begins to flow again, and crops begin to sprout. The villagers gather, this time in a different spirit of togetherness, not rivalry. As the year came to a close, Akadunu slowly began to heal. The drought faded, and the river once again flowed with life. Chinonzo, having been exiled for his betrayal, wandered far from the village, his heart heavy with regret. But Neka, with her wisdom, remained hopeful. Neka reflectively, it is true, Chinonzo. Power is not in taking, it is in giving. True strength lies in community, in love, in shared purpose. This year has taught us that nothing worth having comes from selfishness. The village of Akadunu emerged stronger, not because of the harvest or the promised blessings, but because they understood that true prosperity is found in unity, respect, and compassion. And so the special year ended, but its lessons lived on, lessons that would be passed down for 30 generations. A wide shot of the peaceful village at sunset, with children playing, elders sharing stories, and the harvest growing strong. And so as the year closed, Akadunu knew its future would not be built on the ambition of one, but on the hearts of many. The lesson was simple, yet profound. Greed and betrayal may give short-term gain, but it is love, respect, and unity that create lasting prosperity. In every moment of hardship, there lies the opportunity for redemption, for change, and for healing. Let us remember, in the end we rise together or fall apart alone.